Greetings from Bali. Dr. Susan Spillman here. Today, I want to do something on overwhelm. We touched on that last time, and this time I want to focus more on overwhelm, since it seems that many of us now are feeling some variety of overwhelm. I certainly have been feeling it more recently, I'd say in the last week or so. And so I want to just go over a couple of ways that people feel overwhelmed, and of course there may be many others, and just see which fits for you. So we have parents and grandparents. So for parents, the children are home now. They're home. The parents, often the mother, usually the mother, is responsible for schooling, making sure they're doing their work, helping with the homework. Children, of course, are easily bored, how to keep them occupied. And then, of course, often the mothers have their own agenda and their own wishes of what to do and how to do their own work. And so how to juggle what the family needs, what the children needs, with what they need. So this is often overwhelming to mothers especially. And of course any fathers who are in the same role. And in Bali we don't have that so much because we have extended families here. We have often, for example, in my family, we have older children that will help with the younger children. But more than that, we have extended families. And so the children can go to someone else's house. Even now in Bali, they can go to someone else's house. And so there's much less of that kind of overwhelm here. But in general, I think this is a big thing for many, many people. And for grandparents, a friend of mine who's a grandparent said, "Oh, the thing I miss the most is I can't hug my grandchildren." And so there's that kind of overwhelm, feeling disconnected from your grandchildren. So we have that kind of overwhelm. Then we have kind of personal isolation. Some people are feeling very, very isolated, and who don't have other people, who are living by themselves, and the disconnection with their normal routines of going out for coffee, going out for lunch, that kind of thing. And then we also have let me just check what I'm looking at here. We also have people who work. And sometimes these people are working outside the home still. In Bali, we still have people working outside the home, going to work. But many people are working inside the home, doing things online. Either they have too many clients, too many people who are overwhelmed and need help, or they have no people who need help or are contacting them. So people, of course, are getting concerned about money, their income, how are they going to survive, those kinds of overwhelm. Okay? So today, what I want to do is I want to do the cards very similar to what we've done in the past, but adding a few cards. So today, I want you to do the same as we've done before. I want you to check in with yourself and see where overwhelm fits for you. It might not fit, but it likely will fit in some way, in some form. And of course, there may be other kinds of overwhelm that I haven't mentioned. So just check in for a moment. Just take a moment right now to check in and see what kind of overwhelm are you feeling, and where is it in your body. Okay, so I'm going to do that for myself. Okay. For me, right now, it's in my solar plexus. Almost always, I feel it in my chest. So that's very interesting that it's kind of shifted to my solar plexus. And a number, 1 to 10, 0 to 10, 10 being the most intense. What number is that for you right now? Again, I'll check in for myself. And for me, it's a 3. So it often varies for me. You know, yesterday when I was doing this for myself, it was like a 7 to start with. So a 3 is, you know, fairly low. But just check in for yourself. It could be a 10, it could be an 8, anywhere. And it could be anywhere in your body. It could be in your head, your chest, your feet, any place at all. So just check in for yourself, if you will. Okay? And now what I'm going to do is do the cards that we've done before in a similar way. And what I'd like you to do is to do these with me. Okay? To follow with me, say the releases out loud, and to go starting at the third eye or between your eyebrows and go over the top of your head. So what we're going to do is start with overwhelm. I fast track and release all overwhelm that I'm holding in my body at a 3, and just fill it in for yourself. I release what I can today of this overwhelm. I release all worried that I'm still holding, all the thoughts I have about fear of the future, what's going to happen, how will I know, all the questions I ask that really are unable to be answered at this point in time. I release all of these as much as I can. I release all scared, all the ways I'm fearful of the future, and all the ways that this constricts me, constricts my body, constricts my thinking and my feeling. And I release all frustrated about the chaos in the world, about the mixed messages we're getting, about all the things we don't know, that we want to know, and at this point cannot know. And I release all sad. Sad about all the people in the world that are suffering, all the ways I've taken on this sadness from other people and from the world and taken it into my body. I release this from my body, mind, and life. Now. Okay. So if you'll just check in now with yourself and see how this feels. How does this feel to you? Check in with your body, where it was in your body, and what number it was. So for me, I was at a 3, and I went to a 1. Okay? And just check in for yourself how that is for you. What released, what didn't release, that kind of thing. And then the next stage I want you to do is what we've done in the past. I want to show you the cards, and we're asking now what's going to help. What's going to help release this more? Release this, in my case, from a 1 to a 0, and in your case, wherever it may go. Okay? So we're going to use the cards of supported, being supported, allowing yourself to be supported, having my own space. And this, I think, especially applies to mothers and parents who may feel overwhelmed with all that they have to do with the children and at home. Okay, having your own space. Getting away from it all. So this is a great one. Often we can't literally get away from it all because we're confined in some ways, isolated. Some rules are very strict about this and others not, but in general it's more difficult to get away from it all. But what this often means is getting away from the media, from the TV, from all the information that's kind of constant about what's going on in the world. And nature. For me, nature's really important. And where I live, I can take a walk into kind of the woods. And this is really, really helpful to me, to getting in touch with nature and just to seeing the peace of nature. So we're going to release these now, add these to the release of the overwhelm. So these are what's going to help you release this overwhelm even more. Okay? I fast track the release of all remaining overwhelm, sad, frustrated, scared, and worried. And I allow myself to be supported by friends, by family, and in some cases actually by the media. I allow myself to find my own space, wherever this may be, even if it's simply saying, I need some space, and going into a room by yourself. I allow myself to get away from it all, to not watch so much TV, to turn off the TV, to not watch all the details on social media, and to take a break. And I allow myself, as appropriate, to go into nature, to enjoy nature, whether this is in your personal garden, enjoying the flowers in your garden, the trees in your garden, or whether you're able to take a walk into a more forested area and enjoy the nature there. I release these from my body, mind, and life now. Okay. So, please check in again for yourself with how this feels for today. This is a more complicated one, a more complicated release, as things have gotten more complicated and we're more aware of all the different feelings that we have about the situation. Okay. So just check in, get your own number. And now the last thing we're going to do is the last part of this game, okay? And this is where we hold the cards up. We pick cards that are going to help us, that are what we want to choose. It's really how do we want to feel. So we're choosing how we want to feel. And this is so important in my view, because often we don't realize that we can choose how we want to feel. So we may be feeling overwhelmed, and how do we want to feel? So the cards I've chosen for today are safe, wanting to feel safe, and wanting to feel powerful. And for me, strong. But for me, strong often means powerful. Okay, so I see this card as kind of strong and powerful. And safe. Okay, so what I want you to do now is hold the cards up above your head, okay, and really look at those. And just imagine for yourself feeling safe. Feeling safe, what that'll feel like, what that does feel like, who that involves. Does it involve another person feeling safe? How can I feel safe within myself, no matter what is happening? Okay? So to ask yourself those questions and see what you get. And then strong and powerful, the same thing. Even though we're confined and some people are feeling quite powerless, how can I feel strong and powerful within myself, no matter what? Okay, so just enjoy those cards. Take a look at them, these cards here. Safe and strong and powerful. So just get in touch with those feelings. And then, when you're ready, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to say yes out loud and allow those feelings, strong and safe, allow those feelings to come from the cards into your body, into every cell of your body. Okay? So when you're ready, I want you to say yes out loud and allow these feelings to come into your own body. Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, that's the game, and I hope it's been helpful to you. It has been to me. I do this game quite often for myself to release other feelings, but in this case, overwhelm. And it's always helpful. Sometimes the feelings come back, but that's all right. We can do the game again. You can watch this video again, other videos I've done, that kind of thing around this and with this game. And so I'm most interested always in your comments, positive, negative, whatever kind of comments you have. And if you'd like more information, I'm happy to share more information with you, to gift you some sessions if you'd like that. Anything at all I'm open to, let's put it that way. So please be in touch, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.